Hey guys, today we're going to look at a variation of the Messi feint. So this is actually what he does more typically when he's dribbling a bit slower or even just walking with the ball. So I'll just play the first clip of him in the training session. We're just in slow motion. See, as you see here, he's not really like running too fast. And then, normally what I've done before is like, normally he takes like a touch with the outside of the foot before doing that feint. But you see here, either, he doesn't touch the ball, or maybe he touches with like the inside part of his boot rather than the outside part, and then before doing that little feint. So here, like you see, at this point, he would either touch the ball with the inside of his foot, or as you see here, not touch the ball, and then he lands, from right foot to right foot and does the feint there. And you kind of see here, especially when he's not going fast, normally that leg is extended if he's going a bit faster, especially with the outside of the foot. I've seen it with the boating feint. But here you see it's not completely bent, so I have a feeling like he doesn't need to extend it as much. I think during a game he has a tendency to extend it more because he's doing it with a higher intensity. But again, maybe it's not necessary when you're doing it a bit slower, and then it also gives you a bit more time to quickly go over to the side. And if you see this dribble here, see Messi just almost casually walking over here, and then he kind of like touches with the outside of the boot before doing the same thing. So he doesn't feint out right after the outside of the boot, but rather just does the same motion after. So here, okay. Okay, you see as Messi goes to the ball, he touches with the outside of the boot just casually. It's not like the setup the feint. So another touch with the outside, but again, he's not really dribbling fast. It's just a little touch. He's just walking into the defender. I think this is especially good when you have in a tight space and you know like immediately need to like run hard and feint and go the other way. See that inside of the boot is a bit kind of like on the left side of the ball, but he's not really touching it at this point. Or if he does, it's very slight. So you see there, either he touches it or it's just a very slight graze. And then he goes from right foot to right foot, and then you see that leg, it's not completely straight out there because he's not dribbling that fast. And then he, of course, goes to the other side. So let's look at the first feint, since I think this is the best camera angle since you're facing right in front of him. So, as he goes here, what I noticed was, a lot of times when you see where his right foot is planted, it's maybe like a balls or like slightly less than a balls width to the side. I find like when he dribbles with the outside of the foot, it's a bit wider, so his foot's about there. So when you see me do it, naturally I've been doing what I've been doing before, is having my foot here. But since his foot is a bit more like over on this side, I think it's better just to bring that right foot a bit closer to the ball. Also, notice as he is about to do the feint, you see that right knee is pointed over there. So I think maybe it's like the difference. He wants to point over there to make the defender think he's going there before turning it out this way. So as you see him approach the ball, you see that knee turn as he plants that right foot. So this could be important, or it might not be that significant, but it's just something to note. It goes here before doing that little, right-footed hop, and then planting and going to the other side. So here's me doing it. So just like Messi, I'm just like slowly walking to the ball, take a touch with the outside of the foot, just casually walking towards the defender. And now you see this is a bit different. So my foot is a little too wide to the side, so I think it won't be as effective. I should probably bring that foot a little bit closer in. And then, I don't really like twist that knee here, so Messi's knee was more pointed here before, he really planted and then did that hop. So I've got to really experiment with maybe just, turning that knee to maybe kind of tell the defender I might be going that way before turning it outside over here or more straight down the line and then doing that little hop to my right foot. One thing to note is like you see since my foot's a little too far from here, you see where my left foot is positioned as I do the hop. You see it's kind of in this position. I find Messi's his foot was a bit more open, kind of like this. I'll show it in a bit, but again, that would be achieved if my right foot's a bit closer. So if we go back to Messi and see how he touches the ball, see at this point where he's about um, to do the feint, you see that left knee, it's more or less in line with the ball, but again, you see that hip, it's open up this way, and then his left foot is kind of like pointed down like this. So as he does that feint there, just that like openness, kind of like maybe it makes the defender think he's going to go over to this side here. It's a little peculiar because a lot of times when he's dribbling fast, he doesn't really do it this way. He kind of just keeps that like foot planted in, and then he just lets that leg extend. He doesn't really open that left heel this way. So this is something to